Burnout is a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion caused by excessive and prolonged stress. Burnout occurs when you feel overwhelmed, emotionally drained, and unable to meet constant demands. As the stress continues, you begin to lose the interest and motivation that led you to that specific role in the first place. When I heard the story of how this mother killed her own daughter in frustration, all I could think about was the word burnout. I'll tell you why in a bit. You're welcome back, dear subscribers.
Yay!
If you're new here, we share tips for living our best lives. So if this type of content is what you enjoy, kindly subscribe and join the family. Like and share as well. Thanks as you do. Burnout often stems from your job. Anyone who feels overworked and undervalued is at risk for burnout. Burnout in the course of employment can make one feel emotionally drained and unable to function in the context of work and other aspects of life. You may be at risk for burnout if you're exhausted all the time. The most part of your day is spent on tasks you find mind-numbingly dull or overwhelming. Every day is a bad day. Caring about your work or home life seems like a total waste of energy. You feel like nothing you do makes a difference or is appreciated. You see, there are times when we feel helpless, overloaded, or unappreciated, when getting out of bed requires a lot of effort. The thing is, if you feel like this most of the time, and kindly note the use of the word most, you may be burnt out. Burnout is a gradual process. It doesn't happen overnight. The signs and symptoms are subtle at first, but become worse as time goes on. Liang Zhao and his wife Mingming lived in Jacksonville, Ohio, with their two daughters, Jojo and Ashley. Ashley was born in 2011 and 5 years old at the time of the murder in 2017. What happened was that Liang and Mingming were self-employed. They owned a restaurant, Ang's Cuisine, selling Chinese food. At the time Ashley was born, the business was quite demanding and it was extremely challenging keeping their business afloat. Their business was a full-time job with little or no time to tend to their daughters, so they sent Ashley to live with Liang's mom for a while. But the upbringing Ashley got from her grandma was not the best, as she turned out to be unruly and disobedient, which made parenting hard for the parents when they eventually brought her back to live with them in 2015. Mingming began to get increasingly overwhelmed with work and frustrated all the more with having to deal with her daughter Ashley and her husband, who had gradually become abusive. Imagine working like this from morning till night for years without taking a break. January 9th, 2017 was the day everything reached its peak.
Both myself and my wife, we knew that something like this would happen eventually if Ashley wasn't sent away.
His wife, Mingming Chen, serving 22 years from a plea deal, slammed the 5-year-old's head on the ground twice.
In trying to cover up the crime, they hid her body in a salt container in the restaurant. They then gave the police a tale that she walked out of the restaurant after a nap and went missing afterwards. As part of the investigation, the police checked the restaurant for clues, and that's where they found the body hidden away.
The very first question in this case, where did she go? The flyers, the photos, and the faithful came to help. Once the scene cleared and the parents were charged, the question quickly shifted to how could they do it?
I was just hoping that, it wouldn't come to this before we sent her away.
This week, our first time hearing from the dad in his police interviews. The man serving 12 years for obstruction and abuse of a corpse says his wife killed her.
Even though this case is quite extreme, I recognize the symptoms of burnout quite well because I experienced it while working on my first job. My boss made us work for years on the same work routine without allowing us to go on leave because we were on an important project and he gave some reasons to justify his actions. After about 5 years of working like this, I started having issues with my immunity and started falling sick all the time. I suffered from insomnia, was tired all the time, just to mention a few. I also began to lose interest in architecture as a profession, even though I had a great love for it. And that's one of the reasons I switched to graphic design when I moved to Canada. The physical signs and symptoms of burnout are change in appetite or sleep habits, feeling tired and drained most of the time, frequent headaches or muscle pain, lowered immunity, frequent illnesses. Emotional signs and symptoms of burnout are feeling helpless, trapped, and defeated, having a sense of failure and self-doubt, decreased satisfaction and sense of accomplishment, loss of motivation, increasingly cynical and negative outlook, detachment, feeling alone in the world. Knowing all this, how then do you deal with burnout? Whether you recognize the warning signs or you've gone past the breaking point, trying to push through the exhaustion and continuing with the same routine would only aggravate the situation. There's an adage in Yoruba language, it translates to mean if you die today, work will still go on without you, so take a break. According to an article by helpguide.org, dealing with burnout requires the 3R approach: recognize, reverse, and resilience. Watch for the warning signs of burnout, undo the damage by seeking support and managing stress, and then build your resilience to stress by taking care of your physical and emotional health. Engage the following tips for preventing or dealing with burnout. Prioritize exercise. Exercise is an effective antidote to stress and burnout and can be done in short bursts of 10 minutes or more per day. Rhythmic exercise such as walking, running, or dancing can improve your mood, increase energy, sharpen focus, and relax the mind and body. To maximize stress relief, focus on how your body feels during exercise rather than continuing to focus on your thoughts. Turn to other people by reaching out to family, friends, or co-workers, limiting contact with negative people, connecting with a cause or community group, finding new friends. Helping others can also reduce stress and broaden your social circle. Even small gestures like a kind word or smile can make a difference. To combat job burnout, quitting may not always be practical, but there are steps you can take. Find value in your work, even in mundane tasks. Focus on aspects of the job you enjoy and change your attitude towards work. Find balance and meaning outside of work. Make friends at work to counter the effects of burnout. Take time off to recharge and pursue other methods of recovery. Reevaluate priorities and set boundaries by taking a daily break from technology, nourishing your creative side and setting aside relaxation time, getting plenty of sleep, learning how to reduce stress in the moment, and managing troublesome thoughts and feelings. Motivating yourself to take steps to relieve stress and burnout. Improving relationships at work and home. Rediscovering joy and meaning in work and life. Eat healthy to support mood and energy levels. Minimizing sugar and refined carbs. Reduce intake of caffeine, unhealthy fats, and foods with chemical preservatives or hormones. eating more omega-3 fatty acids found in fatty fish, seaweed, flaxseed, and walnuts. Avoiding nicotine as it is a powerful stimulant leading to higher anxiety levels. Note that drinking alcohol excessively can cause anxiety as it wears off. That's it, guys. Let me know what you think about Liang, Mingming, and the issue of burnout. Till my next video, best wishes from my heart to yours. Bye.